morning. So today is flight day, and we're going to do this crazy thing that we've all come here to do today. Just go to space. Um, yeah, it's not scared, but it's definitely an interesting feeling doing something that you've waited for your whole life and wondering what it's going to be like. And will I do it again? Do I want to go straight back up, or will I say I've done that? I don't know. I'll find out, and I'll tell you when I get back. But what I wanted to share this morning was, in preparation for this event, I put my thoughts down in words and actually released them as a song that I put out last week, and had the most amazing, wonderful sort of champion of science and thinking, the wonderful Mr. Stephen Fry, narrate the words, and we set it to music. Beautiful piece of music scored by Bill Simpkins and myself. Bill is a really great friend and a huge part of this journey, helping get this music together and prepare me for this day. So I just wanted to read you the lyrics and leave that as something to think about this morning. So without further ado, space has always been present. The stars shine down on us as they did our ancestors, inspiring generation upon generation with their dazzling and perplexing brilliance. The planets revealed to the ancients the clockwork of our cosmos. The moon brightened our nights and waited patiently for us to reach out. Space begins a mere 60 miles above us, but for most of human history, it has remained tantalizingly out of reach. 60 years ago, we opened a doorway to the skies and descended on fiery engines proudly into orbit and began the space age. Professional astronauts, braving the unknown, piloted primitive spacecraft into orbit. 24 humans flew to the moon and walked on the moon's silent gray surface. Their presence was the culmination of a convulsive collective effort. Citizens of countries locked in a Cold War met in the cold of space, and they shook hands. The International Space Station is the greatest peacetime mobilization in history, the Great Pyramid of our time, the Chartres Cathedral, but the more extraordinary, because it is a triumphant monument to science and what we as a species can accomplish when we have the will. 60 years into our journey, something magical is happening again. The door opened by the first astronauts is opening a little wider. What used to take an entire country can now be done by a small team. And ordinary citizens are lifting off into space. The prior half-century of progress is playing out again in front of us. And this time, the characters are you and me. The first citizens have already lifted off into orbit by the time you've heard these words. I will soon jump into the edge of space. It's just a beginning. Now it's just a few very rich ones. But we will get better at democratic spaceflight. We will get better. And more will go. One day, quite soon, entire generations will look down on the Earth, as the first astronauts did, and fall in love again with our great blue planet, one by one. One by one. With new clarity, with their sight undimmed by the atmosphere. Some of them will look out to the stars. There's actually really nice stars here today. They'll look out to the stars and will set out further, starting a new chapter in our history. Space is only 60 miles up. Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? Because I do. Wish me luck.